My friends, a September Direct may be on the horizon. Or maybe not. We talk about it today. Welcome, my friends, to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast, the unofficial, official, #1 Nintendo podcast with your host, EmSwizzle, Nintendo YouTuber. That is me. My friends, we have a packed episode today. Tons of goodness and a special guest. Let's run through what today is and then get right to the episode. First things first, we always begin going over Nintendo news from the past 7 days, a lot of cool things there, and a special topic in the news department. After that, we go into the topic of what we want in the next Kirby game. Max, that's a random topic. Well, wait till you see who our guest is. After that, we dive into the main topic. Will there be a September Nintendo Direct? Some are saying yes, some are saying Switch 2. Who knows what it'll be? We talk about that. And then after that, me and our guest answer your questions you asked us in a segment called The Question Block. How fitting. And my friends, our guest today is massive short-form content creator on YouTube Shorts, Jonny RaZeR. He has well over 1.5 million subscribers, closing in on that 2 mil. He's a big Nintendo fan and an even bigger Kirby fan. It'll be a great time, but let's not wait any longer. Let Bruce Buffer read the intro for the podcast, and let's get right to talking to Jonny RaZeR.
Welcome to the Mario Matter, the #1 Nintendo podcast.
Jonny, how is it going, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am doing swell. It's a great time to be a Nintendo fan. We have a lot of big news and a lot of big topics to discuss. You are, this is what I know about you. We never have met, but you are the Kirby man, I'm told.
This is true. I have a
couple. For our video
few.
Listeners. Dude, he's got a Kirby mountain over there. He is the Kirby man. We're talking about Kirby later today. But our first piece of news to dive right into things. Jonny, this one affects me and you, okay? Nintendo is changing the guidelines for YouTubers and streamers. Now, I believe, you made a video, right? Like a long time ago talking about how Nintendo, didn't they like shut down? Oh God. Can you explain it for me?
There was a bunch of things that Nintendo's done. There was like the internet checkpoint thing.
Yes, that.
It was some guy like made like a remix of like Donkey Kong music. It was a Sticker Bush Symphony or Sticker Brush Symphony or whatever. And it was like this really weird video that was like title was in Japanese, and everybody that found it was just like, okay, this is an internet checkpoint, and I'm gonna like vent about my entire life. It was a really cool thing. But Nintendo saw that and was like, well, that's our music, so can't be having that.
That's awful. But they have changed guidelines for us YouTubers and streamers, and I thought it was interesting to bring up as they're already very strict. They added 2 brand new rules of things that we cannot do. #1 being we cannot upload content that is containing actions that may be considered to impair the gameplay experience in multiplayer modes. That's now banned. I assume that just means, I saw people saying like, you can't like team in Splatoon or something, like it impairs the gameplay experience. I guess that's what that means, because there's already like no, they'll take down mods if you post that. They'll take down, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's like cheating or something.
I know Point Crow got like a bunch of stuff taken down for like Zelda mods. But it's like, here's the thing with Nintendo that they don't understand. People want to play their games, and people want to make content about their games. When people watch content about their games, they think, oh, I should also play that game. That's how marketing works, and Nintendo doesn't understand that.
Exactly. It sucks. It's awful. And then the other thing, which is kind of scary to me, it doesn't sound scary, but it is. They also added in the rule, Nintendo reserves the right to no longer allow the use of Nintendo game content if violations are found. That one scares me, because that kind of says, hey, we're now going to put it in place where we can take down anything that we want.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I don't understand it, because like there's so much content you can make from Nintendo games. Super Mario 64 is one of the most speedran games ever, and Nintendo doesn't like the version that they put on Switch is patched, so you can't do the speed runs. And I'm like, you're like, Nintendo, you are throwing. Like, support this community. You will have more fans, more dedicated fans, and more people will give you money. That's what you want. Ugh.
It really is backwards, because I feel like you see a bunch of other games where like they keep the mods up, and then, as you said earlier, like it sells your game for you. Someone sees they're doing mods. So Joe Blow out there is like, hey, I want to do mods too. You know, it sells it for you. It sucks, but
Bethesda will make a game and it'll be broken, and everyone will be like, oh, this game sucks. And then someone will mod it and fix it for them, and they'll be like, oh, wait, this game's hype now if you just get the right mods for it. And then people buy the game. Nintendo just listen to the people.
Please do, Nintendo. Maybe one day, but the time is not now. They've added new rules, but something else that seemingly had no rules, let's just put it that way. That's a smooth transition. How would you rate that transition for our next topic?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Guys, although this next piece of news is not a Nintendo piece of news, I guarantee you that you've taken part in this. This had the attention of the world Wednesday morning. The teaser trailer for the Minecraft movie, which is titled A Minecraft Movie, has been released. And once again, not a Nintendo topic. We did say earlier that off camera that, you know, Minecraft is on Switch, so it does kind of count. But this trailer dropped, and we would be remiss to not give our thoughts on this. I'm going to start with you, Johnny. So this trailer drops. Was it number one on trending? Right?
It was up there for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know when I saw it, but it was like one of the top ones on trending when I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It baffles me how you have such a slam dunk and you miss. You don't even get close to the rim. Like, it's looking at there's like that first shot where you have like this archway, like a town being built, and it doesn't look like Minecraft terrain at all. There's like huge blocky chunks in it. I'm like, no Minecraft world looks like, it's supposed to look like a normal world, but it's made of blocks. That's the point of Minecraft. There are so many things wrong with this trailer, and it's an isekai. It's like people going like, whoa, we're in this Minecraft world now. And I'm like, can you pick another, like, every single video game movie? The Sonic movie, Sonic comes to the real world. The Mario movie, Mario goes to the Mushroom Kingdom from New York City. Like, every single time, it's the same concept. Just, like, have it start as, like, a villager or something. I don't care. It's annoying. It's annoying.
I agree with the majority of that. The other things that I saw that I didn't like, which are not, these are like kind of smaller details, but like, first of all, the portal, which they showed, was blue. Why is that?
Like, I think, I don't know if it's gonna like tie into Minecraft story mode.
Maybe.
Because there was like in the last one, there was like this hall of portals and they were all different colors. But that's not Minecraft. That's like a different thing that took its own direction. And even then, they did a better job.
But not to nitpick, the other thing that I noticed was Jack Black. You know, we like Jack Black. He's playing Steve, right?
He is Steve. That's what he said.
He says he's Steve. He's just wearing a blue sweater. They didn't really try, did they? I feel like, I don't know.
Again, it's just a teaser trailer, so we don't know what the actual movie is. But like from everything we've seen, I can already give you the exact plot structure of this movie. It's gonna start, the first 10 to 20 minutes are gonna be in the real world. These people are gonna be living their lives. They're gonna come together as this group of people who shouldn't be together and find this portal. They're gonna go through, go, whoa, what is this crazy world? I can mine wood and it becomes a little block. Like it's gonna be that for about 30 minutes. They're gonna meet Steve, who is not actually Minecraft Steve, but just a guy who has been there for like a year or something. Right. And then the piglins will attack, and then they go to the Nether and beat the Ender Dragon. That's the whole movie. I'm calling it now.
There you have it, folks. Minecraft plot has been spoiled. If you had to give the trailer a rating, because honestly, that probably will be the whole plot. If you had to give it a rating, what would you give it so far?
It's like, it's a 4. The CG doesn't look bad. It just like... the decisions that they made, it's clear that they're doing their own thing with it, but they don't really care. Like the one thing with Hollywood that makes most game movies bad until like the Mario movie, until Sonic, they think that people won't understand the source material, so they have to like put it in terms that are easier to understand, which is why like the terrain looks so blocky, because they're like, oh, it needs to be made of blocks. But like Minecraft is the best-selling game of all time. Even if it's like your nephew that plays you know what it looks like. You like everybody knows what Minecraft looks like, even if you're 60. Like
yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, I can't think of a person I would show Minecraft to, and they're like, oh, well, what's that? Like, my mom knows, my grandpa probably knows, like, everyone knows. We'll have to see. I would personally give it, I feel like I'm on the brighter, more optimistic side. I would give it like a 5.5. I don't know, which is similar to yours, but like, I feel like most people are giving it like 5 and below.
Yeah, it's just so tough, because like, what we were given, it feels like they don't care. Like it feels like the direction that they took was like, okay, we're going to do our own thing with it. It's going to be like this own separate thing. That's why it's called a Minecraft movie. It's not the Minecraft movie. It's just a Minecraft movie. Like that's a deliberate choice, and they know why they made it that. So I don't know. I want to be pleasantly surprised when it comes out, but I don't know, man. It's it's not looking good.
That was also weird. A Minecraft movie. I thought it was weird because like Mario movie, and this is like the last thing I'll say, was I think it was, if I'm not stupid, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like that was like, it felt nice and official. This is obviously official, but it's just like it did kind of seem weird. I didn't really talk about that. Yeah, a Minecraft movie. It's something.
Nobody, like, Borderlands isn't a Borderlands movie. It's Borderlands. Like, even though it wasn't great, they still were like, it's Borderlands, baby. Uncharted. They're like, this is Uncharted. It's not a Uncharted.
Yeah. Most movies aren't really called a movie, but April 4th in theaters, we're going to watch it, and maybe we'll have you back on to talk about that once it does come out. But our next topic, moving back to Nintendo, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I mostly want to get your thoughts here, but before I do that, I do have a piece of news to bring to the listeners and to you as well. I'm not sure if you saw this. A bunch of new info has been revealed for Zelda Echoes of Wisdom this week, and a lot of gameplay is online, a lot of that kind of stuff. But the biggest piece of news I can give you all, because it's kind of hard to break down gameplay bit by bit, is a piece of news that I wanted to hear. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is confirmed to have 2 different difficulty modes from the get-go, Normal and Hero. Hero mode is there from the start, which is somewhat unusual. You sometimes have to earn that. Mostly, though, I want to get your thoughts, Johnny, maybe on that, but also, have you seen Echoes of Wisdom? I would assume so. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? I think it looks rather nice. Let me know your take here.
I mean, it's Breath of the Wild in a 2D Zelda. That's what it is. I think that's kind of their whole design philosophy right now, is just like, let's just see what people do with it. I can already tell like the mechanics of like the bed stacking. That's going to absolutely break so many puzzles. So like I'm interested. The combat thing is what scares me a little bit because it's like all like sending monsters to fight on your behalf, which seems cool in theory, but I don't know how well that would work for like how long the experience it. Like I don't know how long of a playtime they're going for with this. If it's like a 10, 20 hour, like I feel like that's most Zeldas kind of tend to be. It probably will drag towards the end, but there's also probably like cooler stuff you can get. So I'm optimistic for it. I think it'll be pretty cool. I am excited to see how they take the like isometric 2D Zelda formula and turn it into something else, just like they did with Breath of the Wild for 3D Zelda. I'm hopeful, but we'll see.
We'll see. I think it looks nice. It's going to be well worth $60. I hope it lasts a while. It's got tons of new features, and to play as Zelda is also great. $60. Are you picking it up on launch day?
I probably will.
Yeah, same. But if you want to start normal or hero mode, you can do that. Which one would you pick, normal or hero?
I feel like normal, like because Zelda hero modes are like a whole thing. It's like a remix.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like I feel like normal might be like baby's first Zelda mode.
Yeah. There is, because you're like introducing people to it. Because they're sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's hard with like with difficulty modes in games like Zelda because what you're changing, like it depends what you change. Like what is going to be different between the two? Like I know in the Ocarina of Time one, I'm pretty sure stuff's like mirrored and like enemy placement is different. Like there's like design changes that make it feel different, but I don't know if this will be like, okay, stuff has more health.
Yeah, they're really pushing it hard, so I wouldn't be shocked if it is like if normal mode is baby mode, because this is gonna be a lot of people's first Zelda game. I feel like a lot of people, not everyone of course, but some people are kind of turned off to the whole 3D Zelda thing. I think 2D might be a bit more approachable. It could be a weird take, but that's what I get, and I feel like it's being pushed very hard. You're seeing it at PAX West. They barely do any kind of like pre-demos for any new games nowadays. The fact that it was at PAX West, I feel like it's like getting one tweet per day from the official account. It's being pushed hard. I'll probably start normal mode, but it's also good to know you can change the game mode at any point in the game. So maybe I'll halfway through swap it over to hero mode. I'll have to see. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, September 26th, I think. That's a launch day buy for both of us, I believe. Should be fantastic. Our next little tidbit of news here is kind of what's making the rounds, I think maybe the most this week, which will then lead us into our third segment of Will There Be a September Direct? I'm going to read this piece of news, then we'll talk about it. Japanese manufacturers, guys, reportedly, this is kind of a weird stat, are spending a lot of more money recently, which is causing a bunch of people to believe that is Nintendo Switch 2 entering mass production. That's the headline that you've seen all week. And to make it as simple as possible, because honestly, I was reading some articles and I got kind of lost on it. A manufacturer that Nintendo has used in the past to make consoles is, as the headline reads, spending way more than they usually have in the past couple months. People believe that's because Nintendo has them making Switch 2. And guess what? Another Japanese manufacturer is also spending way more. And they actually said it's because of, I think they said 2 weeks ago, it's because of the new PS5, Xbox, and Switch models. I think they said and Switch models. So this is people thinking Switch 2 is probably in mass production. And if you're revealing it this fiscal year, you probably want to start making it soon. Overall, if you've got any thoughts on this, Johnny, I'd love to hear it. If not, I want to hear your thoughts on Switch 2. Because this is big. We're like almost in prime time.
Well, because they're like releasing it like next spring, right?
That's the rumor, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised, but knowing Nintendo, they never do what you expect that they'll do. It's gonna be a third Switch revision that's like the Switch OLED 2.
Oh boy. Oh no. Please no. Even if it's like Switch Pro, like not even what we want is a Switch 2, like a brand new whole thing. Switch Pro, say it just had like better Joy-Cons, bigger screen. I don't want that. I just want, the next thing. But we can kind of feel confident that it is the next thing because, we got that little tweet announcement from Nintendo earlier this year saying, hey, Switch 2, it's going to get announced this fiscal year. We'll talk about it more later, but let me get your, do you think, yes or no, we're getting a Switch 2 announcement before the end of the year, like a full-on reveal?
I feel like maybe in like November we get something just to kind of get the hype going.
Yep.
Also, could be like the like when the Switch was announced, where it's just like randomly one day, oh hey, tomorrow we're talking about this thing.
Yeah. I wish they would give bigger notice because, like, even like for us YouTubers, it just takes one person to be on vacation one day and oh shoot, I'm gonna miss the whole thing. Like, I wish they would give everyone a bit more time. Obviously, that's kind of a first world problem. Oh, I can't watch the Switch 2 trailer. I'm on vacation at the beach. Oh man, but that's going on. It's a big rumor, but you're seeing a lot of people talking about it. We'll see. It makes sense, but we'll see. The other Switch 2 piece of news that we have here is a Nintendo insider who goes by the name Nate the Hate, who also does the Game and Talk podcast. He has a great track record. A lot of these insiders, as you might know, Johnny, they're sometimes sketchy. Like, they're just sometimes not always reliable. Nate the Hate, though, I've seen it. I'm not going off of like, this person said he's reliable. I've seen it. He claims Switch 2 will have backwards compatibility.
I think it makes sense. I think Nintendo would be absolutely throwing if it didn't, because the Switch was their most successful console in so long. If you think back to like Wii U had backwards compatibility. Didn't sell well, but they knew the Wii was successful, so they're like, okay, let's try to incorporate people who already have a Wii into the ecosystem. So it would make so much sense for them to do the same thing with the Switch. I hope it's more than just the games. Like, I hope they bring like the online back. I hope they bring like all the emulators. I hope they bring all those back. There was the like official release of like the Joy-Con charger.
Oh yeah,
recently. So they might not go Joy-Cons. I feel like they won't. Just because there were so many problems with them, or they make a new Joy-Con that's like a different rail system, and you have to buy a whole new like everything for them.
I had a guest on a few weeks ago it was Alex from Nintendo Live. He was saying that he thinks that accessory came out because the new Joy-Cons are going to be bigger and there's like a slot. They were advertising it as you can put, do you know those Switch Online NES controllers?
Yeah.
Like they left a spot so you can put those on there. He was trying to say that's their cover up for saying, hey, we're going to have big Joy-Cons. Like, they were trying to show that it's a bigger thing. I don't know what that whole accessory, that's a weird thing, but it definitely like it'll make sense in a few months. It'll make sense.
If you think about it, like I think the Switch 2 would just be thicker. Like it would just be bigger as a console. Like so many people love the Steam Deck.
Yes.
The Steam Deck's big. Yeah. Like it's thick, it's chonky. Mm. And if Nintendo's seeing that going like, okay, this is actually getting pretty successful, they can beef up the Switch 2 and make it like actually able to compete like spec wise with the competitors. Maybe it's like a Switch like light model, a Switch medium model, a Switch Pro model, like
medium.
They go like the Apple route where they have like 18 different versions of the iPhone 15. I think that's the smartest play because then you have accessibility for everyone. You have that high end, like $600 model for the people who really want like good specs. And then you have like the $200 one that you give to your nephew to play Animal Crossing on.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hopefully Switch 2 has I mean, they would be stupid to not have backwards compatible. I think pretty much every recent successor, as they call it, to a console has had backwards compatibility. So it'll be nice. And, we honestly, I don't think Switch games are going to stop releasing like new ones until like late 2025. Because like I had an example pulled up. Oh God, I forget. But it just, the 3DS. When the Switch dropped, they were still making like brand new 3DS games. Even after that, Miitopia and Hey Pikmin. Hey Pikmin wasn't the best, but they're still making new things. I think Switch will be, going on for a while. And I think Switch 2 just needs backwards compatibility. So hopefully it has that. That would be fantastic. Because I don't want to ditch all these games either,
They could go like the Xbox One Series X route of like releasing the one game and then it's like, okay, you can play it on the X or the One, which their naming system's awful.
Yeah.
But like they like for a very long time at launch, like kind of co-launched every game. So it was like if you still have the old hardware, you can play it. If you have the new hardware, you can play it, which I think is the best way to do any launch, because then you kind of have people going like, okay, I have a Switch, I want to play Zelda. I have a Switch 2, I want to play Zelda. You can both play Zelda. And the people that get the new Switch already have an amazing backlog of so many good games that like the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Kart 8, Mario Party Jamboree when it comes out. I want that so bad. But
yeah. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it needs, I don't want to like ditch all my fun games. Please switch to backwards compatibility. And then final piece of news we can talk about here. I didn't put this, in the podcast because I forgot about it until I got a freaking notification from Best Buy this morning. 2 brand new amiibo sets released today. The Callie and Marie Splatoon 3 Alternative set and the Pearl and Marina Off the Hook set. Now, fun fact, I only bought one of these, which sucks. I probably should have bought 2 so I can do a whole nice unboxing video. Can you guess which ones I bought?
Okay. Now, I feel like you're an OG fan. I feel like you've been here day one. It's got to be Callie Marie.
You would be correct.
They're the goats. They're the goats.
Nothing against the Pearl and Marina. I love them too, but they're $30 each. I didn't want to spend 60 at the time. I just want one, and that's the one that I would prefer. Maybe I pick the other 2 up at some point. Do you have any interest, or do you have any interest in Splatoon as a whole?
I played Splatoon 1. I just haven't gotten into 2 or 3. I need to play them. I know Octo Expansion's good. I just haven't had a chance to.
Mm. I would recommend it. It's like my favorite. You just turn it on a Friday night. You're splatting people. It's fantastic. And another game that you can turn on a Friday night. These transitions, come on, is our next segment right here. Kirby, what we want in the next Kirby game. Our main topic here is, will there be a September Direct? But I was YouTube brain. When that's all gone, what will I title this podcast? I'm going to change the title eventually to what we want in the next Kirby game. This is a great segment to dive into. You are the Kirby man. And with that said, let's go ahead and get to that segment. My friends, Kirby. We're talking to the man for our video listeners with a Kirby mountain behind him. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at it. Like, it's just fantastic. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plush. I see. It might be more than that. There's 8 more. Right there. 9 Kirby plush. 10, 11. Oh my gosh, it keeps going on. We are with the Kirby man today. I'm gonna just keep on calling you that, Kirby man. And our topic here is what we want in the next Kirby game. Our most recent Kirby game, if I'm not stupid, our most recent was Return to Dreamland Deluxe, I believe, but the newest one is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And where do we start? Let's start with the Kirby man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop calling you Kirby man. I'm sorry. Give me your take on Forgotten Land. Do you want the next one to be similar, different? What can be changed for our next Kirby game here?
I mean, Forgotten Land was really easy. I feel like it was definitely like they're testing the waters. They wanted it to be kind of open, and like obviously Kirby's like the most cute character ever. So like it's you see it and go, oh, funny little pink guy. Let's play that game. It was easy. It was fun. I definitely want something more challenging, more hardcore. I want Kirby Souls is what I want. Just like more like better puzzles, more challenges, more cooler secrets. Like there's so much you can do with that like sort of formula that they made for Forgotten Lands, and all they have to do is just expand upon it.
Mm-hmm. I loved Forgotten Land, and fun fact, that was like I didn't play a lot of Kirby games until I played Forgotten Land. I played Forgotten Land. That must have been like my third Kirby game, which I mean, whatever. I've since played other ones. I've played Star Allies. I played Dreamland Deluxe. I wasn't the biggest Kirby fan before it. You've played, I imagine, a bunch of Kirby. I've never really talked about Kirby on this podcast. Am I wrong for saying that a lot of the Kirby games feel very easy?
Yeah.
I am?
No,
okay.
you're not wrong.
Okay.
They're easy. They're easy.
Okay.
I remember my like big Kirby experience was Dreamland 1 and 2 on the Game Boy, as a wee lad.
Yeah.
And I would just like fly over all the enemies and then go to the end. It was amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. You just walk through them or fly over them. I guess you aren't really walking through them.
But it's definitely been like an easier game. It's more accessible. Because it is like, obviously you have like your Dark Souls and you look at that and you're like, okay, this is mature. And then you see Kirby and you go, okay, my son can play that.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
But there is challenge to be had in some games. Mm-hmm. And the deeper you get, obviously.
Yeah. Also, while you were talking, I just remembered, for anybody who already commented this while, after we said it, I forgot the newest Kirby game is actually Kirby's Dream Buffet that came out in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
That was something. Did you play that one?
I never got a chance to. Part of me is just like, I just want Air Ride 2. I just want Air Ride 2. It's all I want. That would be cool.
That would be sick. My one wish for the next Kirby would just be kind of what Zelda has, like a normal mode, call it baby mode, and a pro mode. Has any Kirby had that? I feel like I might be misremembering.
I'm not sure. I'm trying
I actually
to think.
forget now too. Someone's gonna comment. Let us know. I feel like that might have been a thing, but I could just totally be confusing it with something else.
I feel like Robobot had something
like that. Yeah, like maybe. Yeah, it probably has something like that. But regardless of what it has, give me like an expert mode, like a full on expert. You're gonna be very frustrated playing the game. That's what I want. I want that. In terms of like the gameplay, I definitely want a new 3D Kirby game again. I want it on Switch 2, looking all nice. I want 60 frames per second. That's kind of what I didn't like about Forgotten Land, which is a nitpick, but it's like I just want it, I just want that. And then in terms of the game, I don't know. I just want it more difficult because even like, I'm 6 years late to the party. I just beat Kirby Star Allies a few weeks ago. I walked through the game and it was like 5 hours long. I was like, wait, it's done? Like, I don't know. Longer. This is going to sound bad. Longer game, a harder game, and 60 frames per second. What's like your wish list here for the next game?
Yeah, I'm thinking just like basically Forgotten Land, but like expanded more. If Forgotten Land was like the test run, I want the 500cc track. Like I want the pedal to the metal, more copy abilities, more like more levels, obviously, more challenge. More just cool. Like my favorite part about Forgotten Land was like the extra like Waddle Dees that you had to save. Like all those extra kind of it. Now that I think of it, Forgotten Land was just Mario 3D World. Like it was exactly just because it was the hub world where you go to the levels and then have different stars that you have to get.
Yeah.
Just do that again, but more. That's all I need.
If they did drop a 2D Kirby game next, are you still hyped for it? Like, let's freaking go. Yeah, it's dope, right? Yeah.
I mean, 2D Kirby, you can't go wrong. But I mean, they gave us the forbidden fruit here with Forgotten Lands. They need to they need to follow up.
It kind of was, now that you said it, it kind of was like a, hey, Mario 3D World, can I copy your homework real quick? They just like, did the whole 3D shebang. It is different in its ways, but yeah, I do understand that. Kirby game, Nintendo, please make it good. Any other closing thoughts? Here, let me ask you this. When do you think it releases? Assuming that Switch 2 drops next year, when are we seeing Kirby?
I feel like it's another year at least. Because I feel like the launch, they're going to come out with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
No Mario Kart 9 Deluxe.
I mean, they're gonna do it. I swear they have like 100 courses or whatever in Mario Kart 8. But I feel like they're gonna wait for Kirby because like Kirby is always a staple, but he's never there day one. Like every time, like he's like the second year, like, all right, we're gonna hit him with a good Kirby game and it's gonna be great. But I think it'll be a bit still.
Yeah, I don't see it. I could be wrong. I don't see it first year of Switch 2. I see it like, as you said, I think it'll be like a year later, like 2026, early 2026, September 2025 Nintendo Direct type stuff. I think it'll be kind of like that. Hopefully, it's something nice, and they're probably working on it right now, which is amazing to think about. Oh man, make it good, please, Nintendo. But with that said, my friends, it's the title that you clicked on for the podcast. Will there be a September Nintendo Direct? There always is one. It seems like there's always one. Let's go ahead and dive into that. My friends, if Nintendo, I did the research, does not have a September Direct this month, it would be breaking their 9-year streak of having some kind of presentation in September. It has not always been a mainline Direct, like a general Direct, but it would break their streak of having something in September. They love the month. They love it a lot. And the question now, our first episode here of September, will we get a September Nintendo Direct? Johnny, the question I propose to you is that, will there be a September Nintendo Direct of any kind? Let me know.
I mean, they need to have a mainline Direct because we have a couple games that we know a little bit about. We have Zelda, we have Mario Superstars, we have more. I'm blanking on the other ones.
Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. Mario Party. Like we have a lot of games that are going to be coming out soon that we don't really know much about. Because like Mario Jamboree's October, I think.
Yep, correct.
So I'm like, there's got to be more. Obviously, they're gonna hype up the stuff that we already know. They're gonna release a couple teasers here and there. But they really just need like that good like Q4 like here are our games that you need to buy for Christmas type of games. Which I think Mario Party will be one of those, obviously. But I think they have a game that's done that they haven't talked about yet that's gonna come out. I think they're gonna shadow drop something same day as the Direct.
Yep. So, my take. I want to pull this up because I put out a poll on my YouTube community tab earlier, and I asked the people, will there be a September Direct? And I'll give my thoughts in a second. And guess what we have here? 75% of people said yes, there will be something in September. 25 said no. Now, here's where I go to. So a lot of people have been saying there's no Direct because they want to put all the focus on Mario and Luigi, Zelda, Mario Party. My answer is, how can you do that without a Direct? I don't understand it. So then the other thing that I think about here is there has to be a Direct. Here's what I think Nintendo should do with a Direct this month. If it's not going to be Switch 2 related, like a Switch 2 Direct presentation where it shows the Switch 2, I think what they should do you know how whenever they tweet out, like, tune in for this Direct, they always have been writing, Johnny, please note there will be no mention of the Switch successor. They always write that. I think this is what you do. So a lot of people are saying you can't show the Switch 2 because why would you ever buy Mario Party and all those other games that are coming out this year? I think what you do is you show brand new games like Metroid Prime 4, something else that looks visually stunning, and you go, hey, it'll release on the Switch 1 and the successor. Like, you can kind of talk about it and still give people a reason to buy a Switch, like, and still have it and not feel like it's a waste of money. If they do what you were talking about, like how they put out a Switch game and it works on Switch and Switch 2, like the same thing, but it performs different on both. I think you can show Metroid Prime 4 and you can say it'll launch on Switch 1 and Switch 2, and you can still get hyped for it because the same copy that you buy will work on Switch 2. I think that's how you do a September Direct. Do you think there's any chance of just a full-on cold cut Switch 2 Direct reveal, 15 minutes, they show it off?
The only reason they would do it, I feel like it has to be either like in like November, December, or like in January after like the holiday season, because that's where obviously their like big earnings are. I feel like Nintendo has to come in with like a very good strategy for how they do this, because they don't want people to be like, oh, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
So either they release the Switch 2 and say, hey, all of you, like, this will be coming out at this date next year. All of your Switch games will work on the Switch 2. Then people are like, okay, I still buy this. I'll still be able to play it on the Switch 2. Whatever. Or they say a Switch 2 presentation will be happening on this date and like announce the date of that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna announce the date of the presentation.
They're gonna announce the announcement. There you go. Well, hold on. They would be announcing the announcement from the announcement back in like March, where they said that they Switch 2 was gonna happen. Like, I don't know. Go into what you said though. I think the thing that you need to do, which they've not done in the past, is I need, when Metroid Prime, whatever the heck comes out, whatever game that is also going to release on Switch 2, I need that in the same packaging. When, for example, when Zelda Twilight Princess for the GameCube and Wii launched, if you buy it on the GameCube, it's worse graphics, worse everything, worse experience. I think you need to sell Metroid or whatever other new games as one game cart that'll work on both. And I mean, as we said, it'll perform good on Switch 2 and okay on Switch, because you can't do them separate. Because like, who is going to buy the Switch one? I kind of lost where I was going with this, but I had a real great point in my head. Like, you just got to combine them at this point. Xbox, as we said, does it so good. No one, I feel like the Switch one won't sell if you don't make it the same thing.
Yeah.
Work on. I'm like losing my train of thought here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking here.
No, but yeah, you're right. Like if they do it that way, where it's like, all right, you buy Mario Kart 8 for the Switch, or you buy Mario Kart 8 for the Switch and Switch 2 or whatever.
Yes.
You put it in your Switch 2, and there's an update that gives you better graphics that like lets it run better on your hardware. Like that's what I'm pretty sure a lot of the Xbox ones did, where it was just like, okay, we have the same game disc, but ours just runs a little better because it's on better hardware. Like that's all it is. I mean, that's how PC is. It's the same game, but if you have a 3080 or like an Intel integrated graphics, you're gonna have a different experience. But yeah, I think they either start the direct with here's the Switch 2, and then have the theming be buy it for Switch and Switch 2.
Yes.
Out throughout the whole thing, then that kind of sets their like marketing of like, okay, it is the Switch 2, get both.
Yeah. But do you think that they would have to show the Switch 2 or like give us a name or something or like a code name before they do any of that? Because what are they going to say? Like if they say, here's Metroid Prime 4 launching on Nintendo, on the Switch and our next console, you kind of have to give it a name. I feel like. Do you think that they have to show the Switch 2 beforehand?
I think they either like talk about it and say we're calling it this. Here are like features that it will have, and don't actually show the console, or they just go all in and go like, here's the Nintendo game quadrilateral,
whatever it is. I did see a rumor I wasn't going to bring to the podcast because I don't know how credible it is. There are, I believe, as they put it, whispers of a Switch 2 something happening this month. So if they do that, I mean, well, first of all, there's your September presentation. Second of all, it kind of does suck because you're probably not going to get, unless it's like combined into a general direct, you're probably not going to get a full-on direct after that because that's just kind of a lot of Nintendo in September. That sucks because if you show off your Switch 2 in September, which they probably will do, it seems. Dude, we're in the prime time. You're going to go from September to next February with nothing, because they don't do directs in like December or January. You're kind of empty there. I'm trying to think like what is best for them. It's going to be also hard to do a general direct. This kind of backs up the whole Switch 2 presentation in this month. They just did a mini direct. Or a partner showcase like one week ago, I think. You kind of, do you know how they fill up directs with like a bunch of, third party games, like not, things that not everyone's into.
They have the headlines that they,
the headlines that some people like, some are bangers, some are not. I said it last time. They just used all of those in their last direct. So to find more to put in there, what are you going to do? Show Epic Mickey again? Show these upcoming games again in this September direct, maybe? No. So I think if there's anything this month, I think it will be a Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. If there's anything this month, what do you think it is?
I think realistically, it's just a fat direct that's got starts off Switch 2 presentation, and it's mainly about Switch 2, but then it's like, okay, here's these games that are coming out that we also need to talk about. Get these now. They will also work on Switch 2. Have that be like, here is them running on the Switch. Here's them running on the Switch 2. It's the same cartridge. Like, literally just sell the idea that like backwards compatibility, better performance, better hardware, better pizza, Papa John's. Like, that's what you need to do to make people go like, because what happened with the Wii U was no one knew what it was. No one other than the 8 people who bought it knew what it was, and they're probably thinking, okay, we need to be very smart about making sure this is something that people know is a new thing that will be better, while also still being able to have that like kind of standard of backwards compatibility. Because if they didn't do backwards compatibility, I feel like a lot of people would be pretty mad, and like it wouldn't sell well off the gate, because it's like, okay, why would I get this because I already have a Switch and there's no games on the Switch 2 yet? That's the problem with most console launches now, is like, okay, where are the games? But the Switch has such an amazing library that they would be absolutely throwing if they didn't include that. Maybe they have two different cartridge slots, so they have like one for Switch games, or it's like the 3DS where like they have like the little nub on the side.
Yeah, it looks so weird too.
Honestly, that's probably what they'll do. They'll probably have a Switch nub.
Switch nub, yeah. That's the console name, actually. Switch nub. There you go. There you go. Switch nub coming to you. I mean, they advertised the Wii U as the new controller. There's a trailer where it says, play on the new controller. Play off the TV with the new... Draw on the new controller. That's bad. I think... Yes, they need to show off Switch 2 in... Here's how it'll happen. Here's how it goes down. It goes down. It's a September morning. It's a Monday or Tuesday morning, and we get a Nintendo tweet that says, tune in for a special presentation. Tomorrow, September whatever, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific. Why that time, by the way? It sucks. They're going to put out the presentation, and they might... I don't know. You're gonna see Miyamoto on the screen with a fresh little button-up shirt, and he's gonna say, "Take a look at this." And we see pretty much that video called "First Look at Nintendo Switch." We're gonna see that for Switch 2, I think. And like you said that they should show some games. Like these are some Switch 2 games. I think you gotta do the thing that they did with the Switch, where they showed Mario Odyssey. Didn't tell you what it was, but they showed it. They showed NBA 2K, which isn't a Nintendo game, but it's something cool. They showed a bunch of different games that we didn't know what they were. Skyrim, yeah, Skyrim. Breath of the Wild as well. They showed a bunch of these kinds of games. Mario Kart as well, even though it's just Mario Kart 8. You need to show us a bunch of games. I think my final guess is there will be a mystery presentation in September, which has Switch 2. At least something. At least like a tiny something. Who knows? What are your final? Sorry, go ahead. Yep.
Do you think we'll ever get Mario Kart 9?
I think so. And I just disputed this the other episode. I was saying do you know how people say Mario Kart Tour is Mario Kart 9?
With the liars?
That's not true. Because here's the thing. Here's where I dispute that. Now, I believe Nintendo did say this is our a mainline Mario Kart or something like that. So people are calling it Mario Kart 9. Let me ask you this. When Mario Party Island Tour released on the 3DS in between Mario Party 9 and 10, that was not Mario Party 10. It was Mario Party Island Tour. This is Mario Kart Tour. They both have Tour in the name. This is not Mario Kart 9. It would be so weird for Nintendo to go from one console to the next and have it go from Mario Kart 8 to Mario Kart 10. That would be weird.
They release 8 with all the booster pack DLC as Mario Kart 9. And then they release Mario Kart 10, but it's called Mario Kart X. And it's like honestly, gritty.
Mario Kart X, it sounds kind of cool. Isn't X 10 in Roman numerals, or am I
yeah.
Okay, so that would make some sense. I think Mario Kart 9 has to happen though. They don't like going past 10. Where is Mario Party 11? You haven't seen it. They don't like going past 10. I think that you go to Mario Kart 9, then 10, then whatever comes after that. They don't like going above 10. So I think that we will get Mario Kart 9.
I really want whatever their next Mario Kart. I want it to be Super Smash Kart. I want to have because they know that would sell so well. That was the biggest thing with Smash Bros. That they would just be like, okay, here's a new guy from a thing that we have, and everyone was like, yes. Yeah.
That's the thing. And if they did Mario Kart reveals like they did Smash Bros. Reveals back in 2018,
dude,
oh my god, that would be amazing.
All you have to do, you release a character and a course as like one little video, and then everyone loses their mind, or like a cup with like the Zelda cup, which has like Link, Zelda, like Ganondorf as like all playable characters, and they all have like different vehicles, which I think the vehicle system would be like a lot more in depth, because the one that we have for 8 is already crazy, but I feel like they'll make you kind of like pick like a class of vehicle, or like the different courses will have different like you might have like a boat instead of like going underwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's all speculation. What were we talking about? Switch 2 Direct?
Switch 2. If there's a Direct in September, do you think it is Switch 2 or not? Like, will it have Switch 2 in it?
I feel like it has to. It has to some level. Like, whether or not it's the full-on, like, here's the Switch 2 and everything about it, and it has a really stupid name that we're like, why wouldn't you just call it the Switch 2?
The Switch Nub.
The Switch Nub, yeah. Like, when they released Switch Nub...
yeah, that's perfect.
Or the 3D Switch.
The new Nintendo Switch XL Ultra. There you go. Any of those, man. Let's go.
But regardless of if it's just like the like, hey, here's the name, here's some features, or like just boom presentation, I think we'll get something. They're throwing if we don't.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot what I was gonna say. That sucks. Either way, let's get to our next segment. I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it, that sucks. With that said, let's get to our next segment, the Q&A segment called the Question Block, where me and Jonny answer your questions you asked us. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. My friends, so you made it to the newly named Question Block segment. It wasn't always called the Question Block segment. I just named it that last week, where me and Jonny answer your questions you asked us. We have 8 to 10 questions. I forget how many I have. And starting with the first one, well, I should say this. If you want to ask the question, join the Discord server, link down below, or on my community tab every Tuesday morning, I post asking for questions. You can look for that as well. With that said, first question comes from Piplup0393 asking, what are you most excited about for the Switch 2?
Dude, I want to play Breath of the Wild with no frame drops.
Oh yeah.
I want to play Breath of the Wild with no frame drops. That's what I need. I need solid 60 for the whole game.
That would be the best. Like you see mods of it online, or like mods, performance enhancements. I don't know. It looks so beautiful.
Oh yeah, like 4K. Oh yeah. 4K. Oh dude, we're not gonna get a 4K screen, but I highly doubt it. Maybe like good support for a 4K TV, perchance. Maybe.
Do you think it'll have 4K? Maybe.
They could. I think it's going to be a multiple model situation. I think it's going to be like the Switch Lite, the Switch Standard, and the Switch Pro. They have to. The Switch Pro OLED 4K, the Switch Standard, like the 1080p version, and then the 720p version. Yeah.
Different models there across the board. So Breath of the Wild for you, I would probably say I'm most excited, not really to do something, but to find out something. I need to know if they're gonna go back to the old Nintendo, and I'm talking about, will there be Street Pass? Will we have Miiverse? Will you have music on the eShop? I'm wanting to find this out because honestly, people like to give them crap. I'll call it how it is. Nintendo has been really good recently at listening to fans. Mario and Luigi, you don't just bring that back out of nowhere. People wanted that. A new Mario Party, people wanted that too. They're really good at listening, I feel. They have no doubt heard us say, Street Pass and Miiverse, we want it back. Whether they'll do it or not is a different story. I'm excited to find out if they will. That's what I want out of Switch 2.
I want some random feature that nobody asked for that everyone will love. I want the equivalent of the Mii Maker on the Wii, like something that people are just like, I love this thing just for its weird quirks.
That's
I
feel like Street Pass and Miiverse, I feel like were some of those things. I would like those back. And yeah, like a new stuff, because that's what makes, we wouldn't have Street Pass or Miiverse if they didn't do that, on the previous consoles. So I would take that any day. And Miiverse, both of them made it feel like a whole community was there. It wasn't just a dead home screen with Kirby on it.
Dude, Miiverse was so evil though.
Yeah, we need some Nintendo. Please hire me. I will work as Miiverse moderation. Me and Johnny will. Minimum wage is fine with us. We'll take it. And yeah,
we'll sift through it.
We will moderate Miiverse for you, please. Street Pass is pretty innocent, but Miiverse is where it's at. Camden asks, favorite kart in Mario Kart. What's your go-to?
I like to whip the Benz. The
yeah, on the Wii U, yeah, the Mercedes Benz.
It's not even for any like reason other than the fact that it's a Mercedes Benz in Mario Kart.
That was so weird. Yeah, that was
the weirdest
a weird
collab.
It was sick though. Like if you had it, you were like the coolest kid in the lobby there. It was dope. That is a really good kart. I would say. I mean, I don't really have like a favorite kart. My favorite kart is my go-to kart. I use the City Tripper. The City Tripper is a bike. It's just like a standard bike. Fun fact, someone commented on one of my shorts where I was using it, and they said, maybe you lost because of that whack combo. Bro, I think that's like one of the better karts in the game. I'm not sure if that's a whack combo. But yeah, that's my favorite kart in Mario Kart. City Tripper. I don't know what wheels. Do you like have a preferred set of wheels that you use?
The blue rollers.
Yeah. Oh,
they're like the meta right now.
I used to use, I think they're called like the slick wheels, like those black and like neon greenish type wheels. I forget. Those were cool back in the day, but I've since moved on. I forget what I use now, but not those. James asks, what game should I get on? What game should get a sequel on Switch that has not had one? For example, ARMS 2. Not that one. I'm sorry, James.
What do you mean? ARMS was the stupidest game ever. The lore reason for why their arms were like that is they just did that one day. That's the reason.
Yeah. It was cool, but I don't like it because I feel like that replaced Punch-Out.
Yeah.
So I don't like it because of that.
A new Punch-Out would go crazy. I'm trying to think what games. I mean, Mario Kart, obviously. Like, we didn't get a new Mario Kart on the Switch. We got the best one that we've had in the best version it's had, but we still didn't get a new Mario Kart. I'm trying to think what else.
And that Mario Kart we've had for a decade now.
Yeah, we've had Mario Kart 8 for 10 years. Oh,
that's crazy. Coming up on 11 in not really, but like 8 months. That's kind of a far away time. Shouldn't have even said that. Mario Kart. While you think, I have to think too because I don't even know my answer.
I mean, my biggest answer was Mario Party, and we're getting one. Because I mean, which Mario Party, it's a sequel to Super Mario Party. It's not a sequel to Superstars, which is a little disappointing. I wanted just DLC for Superstars. I wanted just more maps. Literally, honestly, I don't even need new minigames. Just more boards. That's all I wanted, and they didn't give it to me.
Did you think it was weird? That's a great point. Did you think it was weird how they are using the exact same logo and just put Jamboree at the end? I think that's going to confuse people. Like, if you go to a store, I have used this exact analogy like 10 times now. If you go to a store and you see Super Mario Party and Super Mario Party Jamboree, you're going to buy Jamboree. Super Mario Party will stop selling copies now. Like, there's no point in buying it.
I think it already stopped selling copies when Superstars came out because that was just a better game.
It did, but they are still different. So, like, somebody might have went back and picked it up. Now, no one's going to go pick it up. Like, someone might have bought Super Mario Party ever since Superstar. Yeah, maybe it is good. I don't know. Maybe it is good.
Super Mario Party, it was fine. It just, like, the boards just weren't there. It was too bare bones. Whereas like Superstars had just so many classics and like it was like an homage to the series. But you can never go wrong with Mario Party.
It was neat. Honestly, a sequel that I want that came to mind would actually be, and it wouldn't drop on the Switch because it makes no sense, would probably be Kirby and the Forgotten Land 2. Yeah. I would like that. It was a fun time when I played it. So I enjoyed that. Mario Party and Kirby. get to work. Well, they already made Jamboree. Get to work on the next Kirby, please.
Kirby and the Remembered Land.
And the remembered. Yeah, there you go. I Like Trains asks, what's your least favorite YouTube short you've ever made? This is a hard. If you made a short, it's probably not like your least favorite.
I mean, it would probably be whichever one like performed the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, there were like on my live channel, which I used to do, I had like Would You Rathers where I just like go through a bunch. I mean, that was kind of just like slop.
Yeah.
So I guess some of those, but I mean, I still enjoy the stuff that I make. So I don't really have a least favorite.
Mm-hmm. I don't either, but I can pull up one thing really quick. So I made YouTube Shorts back when like YouTube Shorts were like introduced. I wasn't making them like a lot, but I made like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And I just really don't like how I looked and how I presented all of this. So let me go to Shorts. Let's pull up oldest. Look at me here. Well, once I pull it up. So this is my first ever short on the channel. That's not a good example. I believe this would be a better example. The one where I talked about Animal Crossing. God, where's who's that needs a haircut guy? Dog, who's that? Like, that's gotta be my least favorite short, probably. Like, who is that guy?
I was not expecting that jump scare.
Dude, I had a glow up. Everyone says like, bro, there's comments over there like, bro had the biggest glow up ever. Like, I guess those are my least favorite shorts. They're still cool though, because it's cool to like look back and say, God, I needed a haircut.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking back. Like, I've been losing a bunch of weight. I'm looking back at some of mine. I'm like, damn, bro, I was big.
I have to be Hassan, I believe, asks, do you like any indie games or one not made by a big company? Oh wait, did I get your take? Oh yeah. You said the Would You Rather shorts. Do you like any indie games or one not made by a big company? Undertale, Batum? I've never heard of that indie game before. Any indie games that you like?
I mean, I have a whole video that you can watch right now.
Sick.
15 indie games you should play. I mean, Stardew Valley is one of my favorite games ever made. Hollow Knight also in like my top 10 probably. There's so many good indie games, and indie games are just a lot of times more creative than like your standard AAA because they have to be. Like Call of Duty is not going to take a big risk in like a gameplay design because they know they need to sell a billion copies to make their money back. But like some guy doing it for fun can make the most like innovative shooter that you've ever played. Like Super Hot's so good. Ultra Kill so good. Like there's so many different, like it's hard to say like, do you like indie games? Because like, that's like asking, do you like good games?
Yeah. Man. Super Hot isn't that the one where you can play it in VR and like the whole world is like white and like these people are like coming after? Dude, that was sick. I played it on PSVR. That was dope. That's a good one.
I mean, most VR games are indie games too. Like Blade and Sorcery is so fun. You just go in there and you just stab people.
Yeah. My answer probably would also be Stardew Valley. That was one of yours, I believe. Either that or there's one game which is like Animal Crossing, kind of. It's called Dinkum. It's Animal Crossing, but it's like on steroids, like you're flying planes, jet skis and stuff. Like it's going crazy. I would say one of those, Stardew Valley or Dinkum is what it's called. Dinkum. Not sponsored, but that's what it is.
Is that the one that's like the one that's like Animal Crossing with guns, or is that a different one?
Are there? I believe it's different. I don't think that there's guns, although there is hunting. Is there a gun? I don't think so. I could be wrong though. Dinkum.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking of something else.
Okay. I know that there's hunting. I did not believe that there were guns, but I could have been wrong. And if I was wrong, trust me, I would have left this podcast and went to go and play the game right now. I have to go get some guns and Dinkum.
The thing I'm thinking of, Long Winter, is Animal Crossing with guns. That's what it is.
I never heard of that. Is it on Steam?
I believe so. Yeah, it's on Steam. It looks exactly like Animal Crossing's art style, except
Really?
it's like
I've never seen this. As you know, that's my favorite franchise of all time. I have to see this now. I have to pull it up. Long. Oh yeah, here it is.
Long Winter.
Oh, it's. Oh my god! Yeah, it's like the same.
It's just Animal Crossing with guns.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? This looks sick though. Oh my god, dude, this looks sick. Okay, well, that's a Steam wish list right there. I'll pick it up later. Okay. Wow, there we freaking go. So if you had to pick one or two indie games, which would you settle on?
Probably Stardew and Hollow Knight. That's just all time. Maybe Rain World. Rain World's up there.
Yeah.
And so I mean, indies just have Metroidvanias by the balls. Like they have the best ones.
Yeah. I would probably go real quick. I would go, I think, Stardew and Dinkum. As I said, yeah, those two. Indies are great, guys. Indies are not cheap eShop games. They're very nice. Try them out, please. I've not played Hollow Knight though. Would you recommend it to me? Probably.
Do you like Metroidvanias?
I'm kind of 50-50.
It's one of the best Metroidvanias, just hands down. You just gotta play it. You gotta experience it.
I will try it. Hamza asks top 3 Nintendo franchises and why.
Okay, this is gonna change depending on if Mario Party and Mario Kart are separate from Mario.
Yeah, we can do series. I guess franchises like Mario series, it's like Mario Party, Mario Kart. I wonder what number 1 is. Maybe it's not though. Maybe it's not. Maybe you like Kirby. It's not number 1 though. Who knows? Let's see.
I mean, I love Kirby as a concept. I love Kirby, but
might not be number 1.
Breath of the Wild's a better game.
Yeah. So who knows, man? I don't know.
I mean, if I had to like generalize, it's Zelda, Kirby, Mario, like top 3. 'Cause like Kirby has such good like just platforming in general, such a good move set. Zelda is, I mean, talk about long experiences, good like game design philosophy, and then Mario is just, hey, every time a new system comes out, here's the best that it can be ever.
Yeah, and that's Zelda, Kirby, Mario from best to worst, right?
No order.
Oh, yeah, right. He didn't say like in order or anything. Zelda, Kirby, Mario. That's solid. I like that one.
It's because like Mario 64 like changed gaming. Mario Odyssey is just good. And if you count Mario Party and Mario Kart, then that's the best party games that you can play. Zelda is just peak.
yeah, exactly. That's the only way to put it. There you go. My top 3, I think I can put them in order. I could actually be contradicting what I said previously, but this is how I stand right now. I go Animal Crossing at the 1. Ooh. I've just loved it ever since like I was a kid. I go. See, this is tough. I think I go Mario at the 2 because I've always loved Mario as well. And then 3 is tricky. Do we go Zelda? Do we go Splatoon? Do we go Pokemon? Nah, it wouldn't be Pokemon. Pokemon's great, but I've not played too much of it, so I couldn't put it top 3. I think you would have to, or Pikmin? Nah, it's not top 3. I think I would go. It's hard because Splatoon and Zelda are different. I think this is tough. 5. Let's go with Zelda. Because honestly, I would rather have Zelda if I could not have Splatoon. Wait.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Zelda. Boom. There you go.
It's like arguable like best games of all time. Like Ocarina is like best rated on IGN or was for the longest time. Mario 64, Mario 1. Like every Mario game like that's like released with the console has like revolutionized the industry in some way. It's like you can't not like
it has to be in there somewhere. Let's see. Let's go gaming. Oh, they ask opinion on the Minecraft movie trailer. I I think I put this in here before before I knew that we'd talk about it earlier. We can skip because we gave our opinion. And then finally, Expect a Ghost asks, do you think Nintendo will add something major to their expansion pack Switch Online service, like another emulator or DLC pack? If so, what do you think that would be, and when do you think it will happen?
Okay, so the thing I would love, the thing that would make me giddy like a little schoolgirl would be if they just put the GameCube, they put Melee, they put Kirby's Air Ride, they put Wind Waker, which I don't think they'd put Wind Waker. I think they just released HD again, or they'd put Wind Waker HD, which would be insane, and Twilight Princess HD. Oh, I would lose my mind. But like the GameCube had so many good games. Animal Crossing 1, which hasn't aged as well, but still like
that's dope.
Very good. There's the Soul Calibur that's got Link in it. I don't know if they'd have the rights to that, but like there's so many good GameCube games that Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion 1, trying to think of Metroid Prime, like so many games that they could go back to, which the reason that they wouldn't do it is so they can remaster the games and sell them for $60 instead of having it be for free for us peons to.
It's tough though, because if you're making a GameCube emulator Switch Online kind of thing, it's tough because you already have Metroid Prime, you got Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, that's on your door. It's kind of tough, but I would want it. The only thing, here's the other problem that I see. I feel like it's kind of hard to do GameCube, not to totally crap on your point here. I just like, I want it to happen. I just like see some roadblocks.
I don't think they'd do it. I mean, Dolphin's like a perfect emulator at this point.
Yes.
Like, just rip Dolphin, man. Like, I don't care.
Buy them out and put it on Switch.
Well, don't buy them out because then we won't be able to play it on PC. But
oh yeah, right. The problem with some GameCube games is they're too high tech, and what I mean by that is if you bring Animal Crossing 1 over to the Switch, if you don't change the game, it's going to be unplayable at some point in the future. What I mean is, in the base Animal Crossing GameCube game, you cannot change the calendar past the year 2030. So what's going to happen when 2030 hits and you're trying to play it on Switch? You can't. You can't play it on Switch unless they change that. You're screwed, you know. Like there's some things that you can't do,
or they just set like the emulator's internal clock to 2001.
Yeah, they could do that, but then it doesn't feel right. It's like it's not 2001, it's 2029 or whatever it is, you know.
Well, but then it's like, okay, we're like playing an old game. It's like nostalgia at that point.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I feel like for me it would take some things away, but they could for sure do that. So I haven't even answered this. Do I think there will be another emulator or DLC pack? It's the next emulator is GameCube, but what can you do? You already dropped
unless they do Virtual Boy.
Releases.
Like,
oh yeah, oh my god! You know what? That wouldn't be a bad move. It's free and everything, so like, why not? You know, no one's played them, but I feel like they're trying to like really put that in the past. Like, yeah, never happened. So who knows? I don't see an emulator because what do you do? I don't know. I could see a DLC pack. I'm surprised that they've not yet included the Splatoon 3 DLC in the expansion pack, because they have Octo expansion. If you have the expansion pack, you can get Octo expansion, Animal Crossing DLC, I believe Xenoblade DLC, all that for free with the pack. I'm surprised they've not added more to that. I thought that Splatoon 3 would be added, but honestly, as of right now, I don't see anything changing. Now, if they drop a new DLC in the next few months randomly, maybe that'll get added, but as of right now, when Switch 2 comes out, I don't see any new emulators coming out. Unfortunately, like, I want it to happen, but I just don't see it. And then, because even if the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, your Metroid Prime Remastered, your Pikmin 1 and 2, those all work. So, like, you can't make it an exclusive Switch 2 GameCube emulator. It's tough. It's really tough.
Is Link's Awakening on the Game Boy one? I think it is.
Oh, maybe. I forget.
Wait, let me check.
I forget. So yeah, I mean that could make sense actually. They could just like, but I for me, I feel like there's such a big difference between Link's Awakening Game Boy and Link's Awakening the remake, where they're like, all right, we can do that. Whereas like Thousand Year Door on the GameCube and Thousand Year Door remake, I feel like it's too close to where it's like, why then buy the remake kind of thing, you know?
From what I can see, it is on the but it's like the remake was the better version. Like it's a completely different game. Like it looks visually so much different. So maybe they do something like because like Wind Waker HD is like the best version of Wind Waker. Like they like changed the game and like simplified some of the things. They added the fast sale. So like if I had the choice between Wind Waker GameCube version and Wind Waker HD, I'd pick Wind Waker HD. I don't know if I pay $60 for it in 2025, but
that's a lot. That is a lot. I'm scared for those prices, man.
Man. But I don't know. I think it could be good. I think there's part of me that believes that Nintendo loves us.
Yeah, and then there's part that doesn't believe it.
And then there's the part that knows they don't.
Yeah, knows that they don't. It's sad. We'll have to see. But my friends, that is all of the questions, and that is it for the Mario Matter episode 105. Jonny, thank you so much for coming on. Are there any upcoming projects that you want to promote or any kind of cool things, or where can they follow you on social media? Plug now.
All right. Well, you can find me at Jonny RaZeR on YouTube, Jonny RaZeR on TikTok, though I don't really care about my TikTok as much.
Same.
And of course, Rumble Pack, our new big project that me, Dano, C-Dot, I believe they've been on here before.
Yes.
Bunch of other people have a big group channel now, so go follow that. Go follow my channel. Follow Scuffed Animals, my sketch comedy channel.
Yeah, follow everything.
You contractually have to. You actually have to now. I'm sorry.
If you watch this far, if you watch this far, you have to now. All of the links. Well,
and you also have to under this video, you have to hit that subscribe button, and then you have to ring that bell.
There you go. Ring a ding-a-ling, the little bell. I never say that. Do you ever say like ring the bell? I just say subscribe.
I only say it ironically because it's so fun.
Yeah.
You know, smash that like button, ring that bell.
I just say subscribe. And here's another video. Like in my live forms. Yeah. Here's this video to go watch. Like I say that. Ring the bell. No, we're not doing. It's just trying too hard. It's just doing too much.
It is trying too hard.
With that said, folks, I will see you all next Saturday for more. Adios.